And there we go. Hello everybody, time for another end of the month live stream. One that I wasn't really sure I was going to do today, just mainly because I've just been so busy over this past week. I was getting tired, and well, so the health of this live stream was not in question. Well, it is in question, but I'm here because I want to cook something and I like you guys. So anyway, hope all of y'all are having a great Friday. And I'm just looking at some stuff here, doing some preheating of various things. Not just the oven, but a couple spots on the stove here, because as you can tell from the title, and at least from the description if you've read it, I am going to be making, as actually Bob suggested last week, a Mexican style pizza. And oh, yep, Bob, yep, I got the shirt, yay! So anyway, what I'm going to do, since you suggested a Mexican style pizza, that is what I'm going to make. So obviously I've got most of all my stuff here, I should say. I've got the dough right here, which is actually totally homemade. I made this bit of dough about a few weeks ago. It's been in my freezer for a while. It's a little dry here and there because I had to reheat it in the, not reheat it, but thaw it in the microwave for a bit, so there's some dry bits on it, but I don't think that'll be a problem. The sauce is going to be something a little unusual. You might not be able to see here, but I've got a crap load of ingredients here. I'm going to make a homemade taco sauce. And yes, I'm going to rip the recipe off from a website if I can. I got my phone here, which I'm going to cheat with. It's on allrecipes.com. It's for a homemade taco sauce. And I'm going to do that, except I'm not going to include the 2/3 a cup of water because I kind of want a thick pizza sauce, which a lot of folks want. But just get that taco flavoring into it, just to add a little bit of semi-authenticity to it. For the cheese, I'm planning on using just this bag of, this is 4 cheese Mexicana cheese, just because, you know, Mexican cheese, Mexican pizza, that kind of stuff. This is a blend of Monterey Jack, cheddar, queso quesadilla, and asadero cheeses. But that should be fun. Take a look at the comments here. Yep, yummy, yummy, yummy. And smoky, smoky, smoky. I'm getting a little worried here, so you know what? Because as you can see here, I've got my cast iron skillet, which I haven't used in ages, that I'm preheating. So, you know what? I'm going to just turn that fan up here to suck up any of the bad junk. Actually, just for giggles, I've got a wet wipe here that I'm using. Just see this. If I can't do a little last minute wiping, cleaning of this stuff here. Just preheating it now so I don't have to preheat it later. So here's we go. But now, the last bit, the topping. Now the first thing I thought of was to just do some taco meat. Just basically get some ground beef, mix it with some taco seasoning, and I have plenty of it. Oh, that was not good. The joys of being live and having a cupboard with lots and lots of junk. But this bit of taco seasoning, I was going to do beef and this, but then I had a better idea. There's a very special type of Mexican sausage out there that I thought would be perfect. And that is this pound of chorizo. Now this is a very, very powerful, very flavorful, again, type of Mexican sausage. Got a pound of this at the local store, so, and I'm actually going to brown it in this cast iron skillet here, so that should make things really, really tasty. And actually I'm going to take care of the sauce bits first. So let me do some cheating here. I forgot to get my can opener, but I have it right here, so take this off the burner first, because this needs to simmer for about 20 minutes to thicken, which isn't a bad idea. Let's see. Yeah. Sauce in the pan, in the pot. Oh. Ay. That seemed like a better idea in my head. Eruption of tomato sauce. a spoon to stir it up so nothing coagulates. That was a bad idea in hindsight. It's cooling down a little bit. So now, where's my phone? Here it is. 2 tablespoons white vinegar for flavoring. I'll use this for 2. Dos tablespoons vinegar here. Those spices fall on me, and that's when I'm done making something. Well, oh, it happens to all of us. Uncle Chuckles, that's a lot of tasty chorizo. Bob the Rapper says, oh yeah, chorizo praise, amazing, absolutely. Love everybody here. Thank you all for watching. Now, where is... Multitasking is a fun thing to do. Hashtag sarcastic. A tablespoon of cumin. If that is a tablespoon, so... Nope, not that way. This way. Yeah. Open the big one. All this stuff around this hot stove has got me very, very nervous. That's good enough. Cumin in there. Stir around. You know, I'm gonna reduce the temperature of this back burner all the way low. Cumin is inside. There's a Christopher Herbst here. What you making? Okay, for those of you who are just joining in, I am making a Mexican-style pizza, and right now I'm making some homemade taco sauce, not with an original recipe. It comes from allrecipes.com. The only thing I'm omitting is the 2/3 cup of water that they're putting in, because I think that'll thin it out a little bit, and I don't want a thin sauce on my pizza. It's a taco. It's not taco. It's a Mexican style pizza. And the toppings, like I said, the sauce I'm making right now. You know what? I should probably switch over to the overhead camera. There we go. So you can see. I know I forgot to do something. So here's where the taco pizza sauce is, and on this cast iron skillet. For the other topping, I'm going to be taking this pound of chorizo, rounding it up here. I should probably get a colander for that when it's done. Let me move some stuff around. Oh, I love it when I forget to do things just before a live stream and almost break everything. As Bob would say, I'm probably moving around like a stegosaurus here. And probably the smartest one too, but you know what? This will do. In the sink it goes. Table back in place. And I've been spending so much time doing stuff I forgot to get my beverage out. Well, I've got a few in the fridge right now. Nope. I'll get one of all 3 out. Then I have. So, while I am finishing up this bit of sauce, I've got 3 beers here. I've got Creep Show, a smoked porter from Warped Wing. Is it porter or stout? Yep, smoked porter. My usual favorite Ace Pineapple Hard Cider. And Baltica, a Russian beer, grade 9 extra lager, which is, I think, higher in alcohol, maybe 7 to 8%. 8.0%, yeah, pretty heavy. So I'll let you decide in the comments which one I should do first while I finish up this taco sauce. 2 teaspoons onion powder. Excuse me. Put that in there. Alright. Do I cut the chorizo up? Actually, it's ground. It's like ground sausage, so I'll probably break it up as I cook. So I don't need to worry too much about that. It'll crumble about just like regular sausage. And the next bit in there. A teaspoon of garlic powder. Plenty of that. That's garlic salt. Here's the garlic powder. So Uncle Chuckles is suggesting Dayton local beer, the Creep Show smoked porter. Any other thoughts by anybody else? Joe was digging the Wart Wing beer tray. I like it, but this is not really a chugging beer, it's a sipping beer. Which it has its place. You know what? I got an idea. One of the beer glasses that I've had, let me just rinse this out a little bit. Clean this out. Good going. I'm gonna drink out of this thing. Get up a little bit. Dry a teensy bit while I finish up the sauce. Teaspoon of garlic salt. I don't need the cubes anymore. Put that up there. Still need that. Just gonna clean things a little bit, put away what I don't need. What did I say? Garlic salt? Yes, garlic salt. That's this thing right here. In fact, it's so fresh, so new, I haven't even taken the safety seal off. Oh, if I seem like getting in a hurry, I don't know, maybe I'm on edge a little bit. Maybe some of this will help. I'm all over the place. And I voted today. So garlic salt, teaspoon of this. Put that back on, put it away. Half a teaspoon of chili powder. I've got the chili powder right here. That's a half teaspoon. Oh boy. That's that chili powder. And I don't think I have room. No, I do have room for you, right? There. Next ingredient is, according to a recipe from allrecipes.com, half a teaspoon of paprika. And a little more than half a teaspoon, but who cares? Let's put it in there. And the paprika right there. And half a teaspoon of white sugar. I'm not really sure, actually, the more I think about it, since I'm not taking the water in, and it's going to be condensed there, I'm thinking this sugar is going to be more as a thickening agent for this. So you know what? I'm going to omit the sugar here. Put it away. Not going to use it. Executive decision. So let's stir this junk up. And I said change the heat on the burner on the back there to low, because we're just going to simmer this just to bring it all together and thicken it up, because we want a thick sauce for our pizza. Judy Mills asking, is Joe drinking? I am stirring it up here. Well, I think the tomato sauce is also naturally sweet, because tomatoes are sweet, so I think that'll help as well. So anyway, onto the burner. I'll just leave this spoon in there. Let me move this towel rack here. I should probably move it over so I can easier access it for live streams. Always work up a sweat here in this kitchen on the live stream. End of the month. clean up my workspace slightly. Where's my tomato sauce? There's that. Throw that away. Let's see, what else do we have? Junior says, believe I would use a pinch of sugar. You know, why don't we compromise? The recipe called for half a teaspoon. I'll use a quarter of a teaspoon. I think too much sugar might do this bad. Let's go half and half then. Quarter teaspoon. This should be more than enough. There we go. Quarter teaspoon. I'd say that's a good compromise. Now, where's the spoon? It's already in the sauce. Christopher says we made a chicken cutlet pesto pizza tonight. Ooh, wow. That sounds a million types of fantastic. Preheated the pizza stone at 500 for an hour here. I'm preheating the pizza stone myself right now. I've been preheating it for, I don't know what time it is, maybe 30 to 45 minutes now. So let's pour the beer into the glass. Look how black that is. That is as black as my heart. As black as a chain smoker's lungs. Good stuff. I'm gonna put these in the fridge just to keep them cool. So much junk in that fridge, I gotta clean it up. So now, I'm gonna put the top on slightly, just let it, I think it's thick enough right now, but just let it evaporate maybe a teensy bit. But now, let's take care of our topping, the chorizo. Open it up here. I think maybe I overdid it with a pound, but hey, if there's too much chorizo for the pizza, I'll just save some of it for later. Ooh. Good God. Take a look at that. That is a lot of chorizo. Lots of flavor, lots of good stuff. Yum, yum, yum. So let me get a spoon here. Is this, no, that's not my favorite. The one that doesn't bend as much. This is the better one, yeah. Kim loves the chain smokers. Is that a terrible joke, or is that... You're talking about this? No such thing as too much meat prey. Is that Bob or Joe talking, or is that both of you? But we'll find out if this is enough meat prey probably in maybe half an hour, maybe a little bit less. So now, into the cast iron skillet goes the meat. I'm a little scared since I've never really used my cast iron skillet, but I've heard a lot of good things about this. So here we go now. Oh, Jesus. This is probably a bad idea. Down in here. Now, one thing I've heard about chorizo is crank this fan up. If this cast iron skillet hasn't been seasoned before, It is getting seasoned now. Joe said so first, but I didn't totally agree yet. Could have been worse, but still bad. Some of this chorizo out of my pan. I think we're getting there with the chorizo. I'm worried I may have burned some of it. You know what? I'm gonna call. Then we had a few mess up. Joe and I had a comparison food review video got totally wrong today. Ordered the wrong size sandwich, then a few mess ups. We decided to scrap the video and try again next week. Oh boy. Don't you love it when things go as according to plan? And speaking of things that didn't go according to plan, I think that's enough. Turn the burner off. Colander. Thick smoky haze throughout the kitchen, or maybe just me looking through the But as I was saying, speaking of things not going according to plan, I have a bit of an update on that orange blueberry wheat that I put into my keg last week. Unfortunately, there was a bit of a semi-failure in that regard. Put something somewhere. A little bit of cleanup. Oh, good God. You know things are bad when you're opening the garage door to get rid of the smoke. Oh, goodness me. Alright. That'll do. But anyway, my failure regarding the beer that I made last week, once I started tasting it after I kegged it, it got somewhat of a buttery butterscotch kind of flavor to it, and that's a telltale sign that something went wrong with it. I'll try and get into a little bit of detail. There's a chemical created during fermentation called diacetyl. I think that's how it's pronounced. Basically, it tastes like butter, it tastes like butterscotch, It's not supposed to be in a final beer product unless you really, really want it. Usually, when it's there, it means you took the beer out before it was done fermenting. And, boy, good God. Even the Bryno fails in the kitchen and in beer making. But again, the diacetyl usually happens when beer's not done fermenting. It happened this time because, because remember when I added blueberries to the secondary? Well, that had the effect of kind of re-kickstarting the fermentation of the beer. And what did that do? Well, there wasn't really a whole lot of yeast left, but it was still doing some fermenting. Usually, the diacetyl will clear itself out, or the yeast will take care of it out if you let it ferment long enough. Now, the time period from when I moved it from the secondary to the keg was about 1.5 weeks. Usually I like to go 2 weeks, but taking it out that much early may have cost me a good beer product in the end. So the beer is still in the keg, but it doesn't taste really good. I think there is a way to fix it though. Fortunately, as you saw from my notes last week, I did take a note of how much, of what type of yeast I used. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking the beer out of the keg, putting it into a secondary again, maybe kickstarting the yeast again, putting some more yeast back in there, let it go for maybe 2 more weeks, and see if I can't clean it up and fix it. So I'll try and fix it. I might put it up a video to show you what I'm doing. But anyway, that's where that beer is. Now the pineapple mead, on the other hand, was absolutely perfect. So let's take a look here. Comments. Brian, I need to send you my chorizo enchiladas recipe. From Chris. Nice idiot with some. Ooh. Bob says, oh yeah, Judy, glad we got another video ready. I like peppers, but nothing smoked. That's beer failure. That is sad indeed. Lots and lots of. Oh my goodness. You're looking at so many videos, couldn't watch what Bob's dad. I thought it was interesting that you did the video comparing the croissant sandwich stuff with the regular sausage and the Impossible plant-based sausages. I'm curious though, wait a minute, I see something, my antivirus thing's going crazy. Uncle Chum says, Bryno, have you ever made pickles before? Let me turn this off here so you can, I think the smoke is mostly cleared. I've never made pickles before, but I am getting into, not really pickling things, but, excuse me, I am getting into fermenting, peppers now and making my own hot sauce. In fact, here is one of my tiny little bottles of it right here. It's nothing fancy, it's just a jalapeno garlic sauce that's very, very garlicky. Not too hot, but then it's jalapenos. But I've got another one going right now in another room off camera with some homegrown peppers, a lot of jalapenos, a bunch of ghost peppers, and some cloves of garlic. I've been meaning, but I haven't ever had time to make what I would call a Creole hot sauce with jalapenos and the holy trinity of Creole cooking. That is onions, but not banana, onions, bell peppers, and what's the third one? I'm kicking myself for not remembering. It's onions, bell peppers, and celery. That might be a weird combo, but anyway. Yes, indeed, Bryno sauce right here. But anyway, this is recovered. Let's take a look at the sauce. Heating up, it's thick, it's coming together, I like it. Alrighty. Time to take on the main component of this bit, the crust. Clear things up by dirtying up this side of the kitchen. Swig of beer. So now, we'll put that spoon right there. It'll be perfect. So, first thing to do. We put this up somewhere off camera right there, sort of off camera. In fact, I don't need this anymore, so throw that there. My disorganized as hell kitchen. Then don't need this anymore. This will be needed later. But first things first, get some flour. And a little more than that. There we go, flour this up, so I'm going to roll this out. Now I had to thaw this out by putting it in the microwave, so there's some crusty bits on this, but I think I'll be fine. Now I'm not aiming to make this a perfect circle, as I'm lazy and not very good, but anyway. You know what? Let me see if I can't. I knew this would happen. This is where I wish I had a third camera over here. And I can't put it under here because I got this hot stove here. So if you will bear with me for 1 second as I tilt this main camera down just a teensy bit. And which is the right way to do it. That I think will do nicely. Actually, yeah, that will do perfectly, I think. Let me zoom in. Then get the right angle on this cheapo, super cheapo tripod. I gotta get a better one of these. That will do, I think. Turn that bit so I can see it. Squeeze in because I'm fat. And now, back to the rolling of the pizza crust. Now this is going to be a thin crust, obviously. And I think those lumpy bits are going to screw this in the end. Get my foot down here. Yeah, I think 1 pound of chorizo might be way too much for this. Or maybe not. Stretching it out pretty thin. Here we go. It's going to be a square pizza, rectangular pizza, but it's my pizza, so I can make my own rules. Maybe one more. I reckon that will do just nicely. So next, I put in the ingredient to make sure I can get it off the peel and onto the stone. And that is a crap load, by my standards, of cornmeal. I'm not going to go light on this stuff because I want this to slide. Let's see, get that all around here. Oh yeah, that'll do. Alright, that's a good pizza. Check the comments. Wow, I can see the crust well. Nice camera work. Build the pizza on the stone. Uncle Chuckles, are you nuts? Judy, do you know how to make Italian salad dressing? I do not, sadly. But isn't primarily it just vinegar, olive oil, and maybe a few other ingredients as well. But anyway, let's turn the heat off of the sauce, because now we're going to put this taco style sauce. Oh my god, it smells like a taco sauce. Nice. I don't know if you can see that from this angle. Let me switch to my OBS. Can you see that? You know, I think the camera might be off center a little bit, so let me move that in right here. Can you see how thick this stuff is? I reckon that is perfect. So let's get it on our Mexican style pizza. I'll probably have a lot left over, but that's okay, you know. I've got some squirty bottles that'll do this stuff perfectly well. I can store it. Use it for other fun things, or when I order Mexican somewhere else, if I want to eat a nice kick of something really thick taco sauce. This is like a super thick taco sauce. This is nice. Yeah. As far to the crust as possible. It's a thin crust pizza, so. And Uncle Joe goes, I can't prepare this on the pizza stone because it's right now in the oven, preheating to 500 degrees. And I would rather not have a 500 degree stone on my cutting board, because I'd probably burn my house down. Unless I'm doing something wrong. Anyway, a little bit more. Here's that. Plenty of sauce left over, so if you got ideas for things I could use for the sauce, leave it in the comments, leave it in your chat. Next, some more beer stuff. Someone done the wrong pipe. Beer is for drinking, not for breathing. So anyway, but wow, you can see the crust. Very nice looking sauce. The thick sauce is good. Alright. Next up, we have this stuff, the 4 cheese Mexicana. I'm going to put as much as I feel comfortable putting on. If it's about 8 ounces, so you know what? I'm going to see if I can't put the whole lot on. Let me get this on here. Now, if time wasn't a factor, I would have just gotten a 4-ounce block of cheddar, a 4-ounce block of Monterey Jack, and just shredded it myself, but I was not feeling particularly motivated to shred my own cheese today. So, this is what's going on it. Now, some people would add some mozzarella to it to give it a more of an authentic pizza kind of vibe to it. I'm not going to do that, though. Joe's going for the Great Lakes Commodore Perry beer. Ooh, that's a good one. Actually, if I remember, maybe not quite, it was not too long ago I got a 4-pack of their Blackout Stout. And for the drinkers here, 2 guesses of what the Blackout Stout stands for. I'm sure there's some Great Lakes, Cleveland, Midwest reason for it, but let's be fair, we all know what the Blackout is really for. Let's see here. I reckon this should be the last bit of cheese I put on here. There. That should do it. You know what? I'm getting a little nervous, so I'm just going to get this pizza peel bit here ready and whew, I got it on. If you remember the second time I tried to do it with the pizza peel, I had a lot of trouble getting it on. Maybe I had trouble getting it off as well, so that's why I was kind of liberal with the cornmeal. So now it's time to add our final ingredient, but I think I overcooked this chorizo a bit, so it might be a bit dry as I put it on the pizza, but you know what? That's okay. Chorizo crumbles on the pizza. I think all pizza places should add chorizo as an option for this. As like a premium ingredient. It's a really, really good sauce. It just... You know what? Let me try a piece. Yep. Pizza chains definitely need to consider chorizo as a premium ingredient. I think I might be able to put the whole pound on here, but keep in mind it's reduced a bit because of the cooking. But then again, who cares? My pizza, my rules. If I want to load it with chorizo, I'm sure Joe the Raptor would love this. Okay. A little bit left over, but you know what? Okay, here we go. Alright, now, before I put it in the oven, I'm going to zoom the camera back out. Get around without knocking anything over. Slow zoom effect for dramatic effect. Because I am... No. Let's just move the light here to make things easier. Close the door. Aha! So, here we go. Oh, actually, this could be sort of a problem. The chorizo's on a little bit loose. As long as it doesn't fall off and into the oven, you know, I'm going to push it in there a little bit just to give it a little bit of purchase. So let's take a look at the comments here. Blackout's name for the August 2013-23 blackout. Effective in most of Cleveland and Pennsylvania. Didn't happen in Dayton. Bob, you should buy Joe a Christmas ticket to scratch. This. I always heard the block cheese is better for you because he adjuncted to shredded cheese. Yes, that is 100% true, Judy. They do add some stuff. I don't know if it's to make you sick, but it's more to keep them from sticking together, which may interfere with some of the melty bits and such. I don't think all of them will make you sick, but it's a variable that real cooks wouldn't want to add. But anyway, let's see. Any other comments? No, not really, but so. Let me see. Ow. The cast iron skillet is still really, really hot. So, moment of truth. Time to put this pizza in the oven onto the hot enough to burn my fingers pizza stone even through this old oven mitt. You know what? Here we go. Wish me luck. Oh, this is not what I wanted. You know what? Hold up a sec. Hold up. Oh, goodness me. I was afraid of this. No, it's moving fine. You know what? Take out some insurance. Take out some insurance. Let's take out more insurance in these corners a bit. Oh, goodness. I'm always afraid of... Why does this always work when I'm not on camera and it fails while I'm on camera? Oh, I am so unlucky. You know, reorganize this. Try to put a little more on the back end here. Get it back on the front end here. Maybe this piece of crust was a little too thin. You can scratch it. Let's try this again. Nope, nope, not yet, not yet. Maybe I put too much chorizo on it. Wish me luck. The pizza may be a little bit too big, but you know what? I'm going with it. Shove it in there. There it is. 8 minutes. Now let's just set it for 10 minutes on the timer. That's as good as it's going to get. Here, all right. And while I'm waiting, we'll do a little cleanup here. Let's see. Take my cornmeal, put it away in there. My flour, put it away. And my cheese, put it away. Let's see. My hot sauce, I'll save that for something. That will do something with later. Something with that later. Wrappings for the chorizo. Let's put it into the garbage bin right there, off camera. Yay. What temperature are you baking and how long? 500 degrees for 10 minutes on my pizza stone to get the bottom nice and crunchy. So here we are, pizza tray on the stone indeed. Despite the stone and my Peel's best efforts, I got it on there. Maybe it's because the crust is a thin crust is wow, it's screwing up. Or at least had a little trouble getting it off. I think also what I did last time was actually put the dough on the peel itself to make sure oh goodness. And the cast iron skillet is still hot as something. You know what? I need to calm down a little bit. Oh. 8 minutes to go. So you know what? Let's switch over to full normal main only camera mode, and here we are. Don't think we need any of the overhead stuff anymore. Actually, I'm getting an idea. Put this somewhere. Right. I'm getting another idea. Put that this side here. Get a oven mitt, not really, it's a thing holder, pot holder. Move this cast iron skillet here while it's still sort of hot, but not too hot. And more garbage. Garbage. I'm thinking some room so I can put the pizza right here so y'all can see just how wonderful it is. If it is wonderful at all. But I get smoke. Is that smoke or condensation? That's smoke, I think, with the chorizo. Smells like chorizo smoke. So let's see. If I don't have time to wipe this down. Oh, it's hot. It's sort of burning, which makes me not want to do anything with it. And chorizo everywhere. From when I spilt it out of my pan. If you can't tell, I don't have a lot of experience with a cast iron skillet. I want to change that, which is why I kind of started with this video. I'm sure I'll get better with it over time. It is not smoked chorizo. It is not smoked chorizo prairie wall. This is chorizo, smoked chorizo. I don't think that's how smoking works. So, let's see. Let me see. How am I going to do this? Let me think. Aha! How about this? Right here. So, my biggest concern was I don't want the wooden cutting board to burn under it. This is metal, so it should be fine. I think it's big enough to take the whole pizza. Let me just get a light here. I got an idea. Oh, no, that was a bad idea. I lost that. I accidentally unplugged the camera here, which is a very, very, very bad thing to do live. Which kind of ruins everything I wanted to do. Let's turn it on. But I got 4 minutes and a half, 30 seconds to maybe make things right if I can. Charging full. PC camera okay. Will it still work even though I'm live? I'm going to switch over to split mode just for a second. Split, 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 split. Does it work? It works still. Because what I wanted to do was snap this off, if I can snap it out, and see if we can get a view of what this pizza looks like in real time. We got the light there. Can you see that very well? I honestly can't see that very well through this dirty oven glass stuff here. Let's take a check real quick. Open it up here. Ooh, cooking nicely. Let's put you back up here. Da, 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 da. The rusty tape job I've done here. So, what do we all think? You can bring it to the cart. Don't see anything. Well, I just wanted you to get an overhead view of what the pizza looks like after I'm done cooking it, so that's why I think this angle will be the best. Just a sort of creative idea that I had. So in case you don't know, this USB wire, which you see now here is cracked, which I screwed it up, boogered up. It's not connected to my laptop here. I mean, yeah, you could see it right here, probably get the idea, but anywho, I reckon that's as good as it's going to get. I want to try and finish this off before the pizza starts, or pizza finishes. It's a toast to Joe. Yeah, righty. Nope, can't see the pizza in the oven. This Bryno can't wait. Yeah, you're right, Uncle Chuckles, I can't wait. Why would I want to wait? It's chorizo on pizza with 4 different types of cheeses on a taco style, thick taco style sauce on a real pizza crust. It sounds heavenly. It sounds perfectly, I don't know if it's, I won't say if Mexicans made a pizza that it would be like this, but I'd like to think it'd be somewhat close to that. I mean, I don't know what they would use. I don't know if they would use a tortilla shell for a crust or something else for a crust. I don't know. But I think it would be something really close to what we have here. This beer prey and pizza prey. What could be better? Now I know the pizza will be easier to take off of the stone than it was to put it on. That much I know. And we have 56 seconds to go. So, now that I'm done with this, I want to get into the Russian beer prey, as Joe would say, Russian beer before we do anything. But we're going first, taste of this chorizo. There's still some of it left in the colander. This is going to make a good pizza topping. I just know it. I like your cabinets, they're like mine. Cool. If you're hungry, it's got to be good. Everything almost tastes good when you're hungry. Almost everything. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, timer up. Oh, Jesus. Holy cannoli, cannoli. Ouch! Oh, okay. I think I need to make my pizzas a little bit smaller. Either that or I need to get a bigger stone, but let's see. Turn it off. Don't need it anymore. I'm stupid. It's a burnt chorizo there. Isn't that lovely? I'm so glad you're here to hear that. Let me take care of that 1 second. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Oh, good God. Oh. Oh, the adventures of being... Oh, good God. Well, only ways up from there, I guess. Oh, lovely. That is, as I remember from one Garfield comic, it reminds me of a Garfield comic that Garfield said back in the day, I wish John would get married. The only way he knows dinner's ready when the smoke alarm goes off. Oh, good God. Well, only one thing can make this better. Curvy little bit there for the Mexican pizza. Let's have a little... You know what? I'll let this pizza cool. First things first, let's get into some of this extra lager. Broken, open bottle opener. Alright, there we go. Almost opened it into the sauce, but you know what? Who cares? And I realized I didn't need the opener because it's a screw-off cap. Oh, I love it when things work out the way they're supposed to. Well, at least the smoke detector works. Yes, it does. The thing is, there's 2 smoke detectors in my house. One in the back hallway there. There's also another one literally right behind where the light is right there. But I actually took that off on purpose because, well, sometimes I'm cooking something that maybe a teensy bit of smoke comes up. Maybe it's just steam or whatever. And it still goes off. Now I'm like, shut up, smoke detector. I'm just cooking something. Yes, I made an ass out of it. You don't need to remind me about it every time. Jesus. Ah. Let's see how these chorizo bits taste after being cooked. Double cooked. All right. Mine goes off and it drives me nuts, Judy. Up. You saw how nuts it drove me, so I hear you. You know what? I'm gonna drink what's left in this bottle here. This is a 15 1/4 ounce bottle, so let's just shove what's left in here. I don't know what Russian is for very good, but that's very good. It's just a regular lager, but it's got a little bit of sweetness to it because it is high gravity. Let's add a little bit more from the glass. So nice. Yes, I'm using Raptor Speak, Bob and Joe. It comes with the shirt. It is injecting Raptor Speak directly into my veins. That's a side effect of this shirt. It's part of your and Joe's secret plan to take over the world, isn't it? If so, you're doing a better job than Pinky and the Brain. Now, anyway, actually, let's switch to the overhead view. Wait, is that... No, that's not it, is it? What's going on here? That's not working properly. Let's see if I can't filter or configure this. That's not it. Game capture, HD webcam. Nope, that's not it. Capture. You know, I think this version is borked. So you know what? I'm going to do what Judy suggested right beforehand and move it to this main board. Sounded like a good idea in my head until I was an idiot. But why do I need this? Or as that robot on the Power Rangers would say, ay, 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 ay. More beer. This live stream is brought to you by Murphy's Law. Let's see if I can get a zoom in on this. Here we go. Tilt the world down. As I use the rest of my thing for storage, tiny little cooler down there. But let's get a better shot of that. You know what? Heck. Let's go all the way as I've got a book bag there for other purposes. But that's what we want to see. No, that's not what I want to do. Oh, zoom out. Now, how about that? Looks like it's burned in a few places. But I think most of that's actually the chorizo. Yeah, most of the black stuff is the chorizo. And this is the bit that went off the lip of the pizza stone. It's a 15-inch pizza stone, so in hindsight, I think I made it bigger than it should have been. But it ain't bad for a square pizza. It's it's got a bit of authenticity to it. It's not perfect. It's not perfectly factory made, super roundish or whatever. Now I want to zoom out, you idiot. So, alright, I'll move the camera back manually. Oh, I love how these things work the way they're supposed to. This might be the last pizza video I make live. Ever. Okay. Well, now I think that I've goofed around a bit long enough. Thanks is amazing. A nice pizza, I think. So anyway, where did I put my pizza cutter? I hit it. It's time finally for a taste test. Cutting it into squares. Oh, I can get the smell of it already. I don't know if that's the chorizo or the taco sauce. Or maybe it's a combo. This is a bit of an advantage, I think, with making a square pizza. Easier to cut with these square bits in it. You know. Ah! All right. I spoke too soon. And so this little roundy bit doesn't count almost. But the rest of it looks mighty, mighty good. So anyway, let's take this little corner crusty bit here. And so we can get on center on camera. Here we go. Alright, first bite of the Mexican style pizza, which nearly smoked out my entire house. Cheers. Got a teensy bit of everything there. The sauce is actually absolutely perfect. Didn't get a whole lot of chorizo on that bite, I think, but crust is nice and crispy, crunchy. What you want in a thin crust. Mm-hmm. I think if I got in the shape and size of this pizza correct, I think next time I would reduce the cooking time by maybe to like 8 minutes maybe. But it's still fantastic. Leftover cheese in the front. Let's get let's get a piece in the middle. I think this has a lot of chorizo on it. Nope, let me fold it up slightly. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Chorizo's good, but honestly, in my opinion, the sauce I think the sauce is what gives this pizza its character. The punch of cumin and all the other spices coming together into that taco sauce style pizza sauce makes this pizza just good all around. The sauce brings it all together. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Never underestimate the importance of sauce in your pizza. Oh my goodness. Let's see what the comments say. Looks yummy. See y'all later. Bye-bye, Judy. Nicholas Herbst. What kind of salsa sauce looks delish? Hold up, let me get something back here. Middle piece always the best. Yeah, definitely weighing up. Nicholas, you just joined me at the very, very end here. I've made here a Mexican-style thin crust pizza and nearly burned down my house trying to do it. you missed the bit where my smoke alarm went off way back in my hall there. I'm sure all the other viewers will tell you just how wonderful, entertaining, and terrible and stupid that was. But this pizza consists of a thin homemade crust, a sauce, which I made personally, which is actually ripped off of a recipe from allrecipes.com. Basically, it's a taco sauce without the extra water put in to dilute it for taco sauce. I thought it was a good idea to take that water out and just put it together. Just think of it as a very, very thick taco sauce. That's the sauce of this pizza. But I think it brought everything together very, very nicely. And for the cheese, I just used a bag of 4-cheese Mexican style blend. Don't remember what was in it. And the main meat was not taco meat, but chorizo. I think I may have overdone the chorizo a bit, but then again, it was my first time using a cast iron skillet in a while. If I had to do it over again, I would have just used a normal non-stick pan, just to show you how much of a noob I am as far as cooking goes. But overall, everything said, I think this Mexican style pizza is a winner. And again, I will repeat, the sauce is what brings it all together. Maybe sauce and the chorizo are coming together. If so, Nicholas saying, "Oh shit, did the fire department come?" No. Though I wouldn't be surprised if they did come in. Maybe if I had to watch on maybe 30 or so minutes. Just a lot of smoke here. Like I said in the Garfield comic, Garfield wished John would get married because the only way he knows dinner's ready is when the smoke alarm goes off. Oh, good God. Yum, I like the ingredients. Refer to all recipes a lot. Nope, and not for no reason. So, all being said, I think despite some, I won't call them failures, despite some obstacles and some setbacks here and there, I think you ended up with something really good. There's obviously room for improvement, but then that is the case with everyone. But I think this is a seed for something really, really amazing. Well, before we head off, we have one more swig of beer. That is because I want to give myself a bit of a crutch. As I've made as a tradition on almost all of my live streams, I like to finish off by chugging whatever's left of my beer at the end of the stream. So, fun stream, super cool, okay. So, here's to you guys. Thanks for sticking in from beginning to end. Those of you who are staying till the end, this one's for you. Cheers. Ooh, sensitive teeth. So, thank you for watching another stream here on Bryno's World. If you like what you see, make sure you click the like button down below. Click the like button, like this video. Otherwise, don't forget to share this video with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to receive future notifications. And have a great and awesome day. Once again, thank you for watching. Have yourself a good one. Time to shut things down here. Roar indeed. Bob and Joe. In 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye.